Hello and welcome back to Lately Fashionable. I am Chelsea Souter and I have just finished month 11 of my year of dressing vintage. I cannot believe I am almost done. That makes it sound like I'm looking forward to being done, which in some ways I am. I have some clothes in my closet that I have not worn for 11 months that I kind of want back in rotation. But for the most part, I am still really enjoying wearing my vintage wardrobe that I have made for myself and am continuing to make. As always, we're starting with last month's rankings, just for comparison, and we are about to switch to this month's. Ta-da! Month 11. Now, as with last month, I am only putting up the garments that I did wear in this month, because otherwise the dresses column is super long, and I just got tired of writing all those zeros, so I'm not going to do it anymore. I have so many garments now. I counted it up. I have 45 garments that I've either made or altered for my year of dressing vintage. I'm quite proud of that, actually. You may recall at the outset of my year of sewing vintage, my goal was to sew 24 garments in that year, and I made it sort of conditionally, but I have continued to sew since then, and now I'm up to 45, which is pretty good. Okay, let's go through the charts. So here's my spreadsheet for the month. We'll start with dresses, as we always do. I wore my red wool dress 3 times, and I got 2 ensembles from it because I wore it with a skirt one of the times. I really enjoy wearing dresses as blouses, especially during the winter when layering is crucial. Tied for second place are my red daisies rayon house dress, which I wore twice, but only got 1 ensemble because I wore the same cardigan with it both times. My black floral drawstring dress, which I did get 2 ensembles because once again I wore it once as a blouse. And my plaid jumper dress, which I wore twice and did get 2 ensembles because I wore it with a sweater. So that one I was basically wearing as a skirt. And that was very cozy. I like that ensemble a lot. Then I wore my blue and red shirt dress once, and my pink cotton house coat also once. Moving on to skirts. The clear winner this month was my navy applique skirt. I wore it a total of 7 times. And that was 6 unique ensembles because I did wear the same blouse with it twice. But in my defense, I do really love that outfit. I really love that blouse, and I'm really happy to have it back in my wardrobe. You may recall that I recently altered it to fit me better, and I'm really happy with it. Next to the plaid circle skirt, a very close second, and I'm also wearing it today. I wore it 6 times, and I did get 6 unique ensembles. I'm pretty proud of that. Then a pretty steep drop off for the number 3 slot, which is shared by my blue wool skirt 3 times, 3 ensembles, and the blue button-down skirt, also worn 3 times, also 3 ensembles. And I wore my brown hybrid skirt once, and my green wool skirt also once. Trousers are next. I wore the same pair of brown trousers 1 time that I had worn in the previous 3. So that's 4 months in a row now I have worn only the brown trousers, only 1 time. I think the other 2 are in my mending basket, so I should probably dig those out and put them back in my closet. Okay, blouses. We have a 3-way tie for number 1. Of course, the cream bishop sleeve blouse was worn 3 times with 3 unique ensembles. The mint long sleeve blouse, also 3 times, but once again, only 2 unique ensembles because 2 of those were with the navy applique skirt. And surprisingly, the tan floral blouse, which is not my favorite, was also worn 3 times, 3 unique ensembles. think part of that was I was trying really hard to like it, and it is comfortable to wear, so I may not like how it looks, but I do like wearing it. And I like wearing it more with blue or green than I do with brown. My gray neck bow blouse, which I'm also wearing today, I wore twice. 2 unique ensembles, even though I did wear it with the same cardigan both times. Different skirts and different berets. And then the gray scoop neck blouse, the mint short sleeve blouse, and my new lavender embroidered blouse each got 1 wear. I did not wear a single vest all month. I did wear 1 jacket, my blue and black color block jacket, and I wore my new pink wool cape 16 times and my princess coat 10 times. I was kind of surprised how frequently I started reaching for the pink wool cape. I thought at first it was going to be really awkward to wear and maybe feel a little silly, and it kind of did, but then I got over it and I do really love it. It's a little easier to maneuver in than the long princess coat, so it has been a good transition from super cold to just mostly cold that we've been going through this past month. And I'm sure next month I will start wearing the swing coat again, because that's a really good spring coat. Swing coat, spring coat. So all in all, I wore 6 dresses, 7 blouses, 6 skirts, 1 pair of trousers, 1 jacket, and 2 coats. And that made for 28 unique ensembles, and 30 unworn garments. I did complete 1 new garment. It was the lavender embroidered blouse, which I will show you shortly. And I also wore 12 pairs of shoes, 13 hats, 4 of which were berets, 2 of which are new berets, and 8 total brooches. A couple of those are new too. As for hair, I had a really wide variety of hairstyles this month. Usually I wear it down and curly most of the time, and then a sprinkling of other styles here and there. But this month, for whatever reason, my hairstyles are much more evenly distributed across the different categories. So I wore it down and curly 6 times, half pinned back an additional 6 times, a Gibson tuck or Gibson roll 5 times, milkmaid braids 3 times, a turban 3 times, which is different from a kerchief covering pin curls. Somehow it's different. A snood 3 times, a low twisted bun 2 times, pin curls only 2 times, and rag curls once. The rag curls are because I was going to a Regency ball that evening, and that was its own thing, not part of the vintage wardrobe. Okay, let's look at my 1 finished garment for this month. I did quite a lot of sewing, but only finished 1 thing, but I'm really happy with it. And here she is. My new lavender embroidered blouse. I'm very happy with her, and the video on making this is going to be the next video coming out on Thursday. I'm really enjoying having a wider variety of blouses in my wardrobe that I can wear, because I do have a lot of skirts and I love wearing skirts. I love dresses too, but there's only so much variety I can get out of dresses. So I'm starting to shift my focus more towards blouses. and also vests and jackets. I have more projects coming that you will see next month, hopefully, in the vests and jackets categories. But yeah, all in all, I am very happy with how this month went, and I am looking forward to my last month of dressing vintage. I do want to actually start wearing my collection of gloves, which I mentioned in my video about the vintage swap I went to. I said at the time, I'm going to start wearing my collection of vintage gloves, and then I didn't. Partly because, well, mostly because it had been so cold that I needed to wear my actual winter gloves, either my leather or knit warm winter gloves with my warm winter outerwear. But now that we're starting to get a little warmer, I say that now, we're supposed to get snow tomorrow, I do want to start wearing my actual vintage gloves. So I'm going to attempt to do a month of gloves for my last month of wearing vintage. Wish me luck. It is going to be the shortest month. There's only 28 days, so I think I can commit to that. We will see. And I think that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give me a like, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. Watch for the newest video on Thursday about my embroidered blouse, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! You know, I swore I would never again wear this blouse with a lav mic, and yet gotta set up my screen to record. No! I'd give anything for some